Go. This is the Powerland natural gas 6500 watt generator. We'll look through it now and we'll try to give a quick review on it. The person holding the camera is my friend Avi, and it's his generator, so we'll try not to criticize it too much. Basically, this Powerland generator is a natural gas generator. It's basically the same engine, same alternator as a standard gasoline generator, but this one comes from the factory modified only to run on natural gas. It probably could run on gasoline if you sprayed it in, but because it's the same engine. We'll go through it and we'll see how good it is. We'll start with the back. This is the pull start over here. Pull start, that's to start the engine. This is the air cleaner. And you can just zoom in, coming close. Over here you could see, I don't know if you can see, let me see, I'll try to zoom in over here. You could see this is the choke. That closes it, that opens it. On a natural gas generator, you want to leave it open. I don't even know why they have a choke on this. It really isn't necessary. You should just leave it open all the time. We'll close it up. A pain. Okay, and then coming around here. Now what they've done over here is, this is standard on a generator. This is part of the engine. This is the spark plug. The wire goes through here. This is like an easy pull-off. Spark plug, here's the spark plug. The first thing you should do actually is take out this junky spark plug and put in a Champion Platinum spark plug. Any engine where you're going to burn natural gas, you want to put in a really good spark plug, because natural gas is more difficult to ignite than gasoline. That's one of the wonderful things about it. It generally doesn't explode, and it doesn't ignite as well. In the cold climate, you may actually have some difficulty igniting it. So you want to put in a good platinum spark plug. We'll put this back on. The other thing is, here, this is the exhaust, a muffler. We'll go around this side, we'll see it in a minute. Over here you have the valve. This is the natural gas valve. And if you haven't seen my other generator video, look at my other portable generator video first. In that video, I took a Generac generator, a 7500 watt generator, which was also electric start like this. You need electric start if you're going to start natural gas. It's much more difficult to ignite. We'll try to pull start it, but I don't know if you can. And the benefits were also, on the one I built, I had a Garrettson valve. This looks like a pretty good valve, but it's not as good as a Garrettson. That's really an excellent valve. It's overkill. On the other generator I had that I put together, in fact, the connection was, this was a 3/4 inch connection. It really was overkill for that generator. This, I think, is we said it was what, 3/8, I think, a 3/8 connection. Very small. Hopefully should be enough. We'll test it out. Do we have anything to test it with? Maybe some space heater. We don't know where that is, but we'll try to find one. And so we'll try to connect to this. This is the mixing valve. It tells you how rich, it adjusts how rich the flow should be. And this is the carburetor. You can see it's a different than the one on the Generac, because there's no float bowl. It's not made for gasoline. It just basically takes the natural gas, sucks it into the car through this hole and into the engine. This is this controls how much fuel is allowed in the revolutions of the engine, how much fuel is allowed in, and the engine will adjust that according to the load. The higher the load, the more it'll open up. So let's go around. The other thing I would point out is this one, unlike my Generac, and I really recommend the Generac. If you're a little handy, get the Generac, get the kit. It's on my YouTube video. It's really, you'll get a much better generator. But the benefits of this is that everything's integrated. It costs about $800. You don't have to, if you're not comfortable putting things together, you might as well just buy this. But if you are comfortable, you are better off with the heavy-duty generator, like a Generac or a Briggs. This one has like a spark arrestor screen, I guess to prevent sparks from causing a fire. I don't like that. I would just remove it. I don't think you're going to cause a fire. My other Generac didn't have that, and it may block some of the power. I don't think that's necessary. This is the alternator. And we'll come around here in the front, and we'll take a look over here. Come around there. Now in the front, it has a few interesting features. It has the circuit breaker. This looks like a grounding plug to ground it if it's, I think if the generator is already grounded to a manual transfer switch, you don't need to ground it. But if you're just plugging in wires up front, you should ground it. This is the 120, choose between 120 or 240. I don't know. This is the standard 30 amp connector. This is a 20 amp connector. 2 standard outlets, on or off, I guess for the outlets, it fuses. This is a voltmeter, which will show you how much you're using. I don't know, it'll show you how much, I guess, the voltage of what it's putting out. Can you see that in there? Just zoom in on that. So this will show you the voltage of what it's putting out, which is useful to make sure it's not providing too much voltage. And then here's DC, which is interesting. So I guess if you have a pump of some sort, like a well pump, and you need 12 volts, and you don't have a transformer, you can just use this. Otherwise, you could just plug a transformer in and transform it to 12 volts. Here's the battery, a standard, looks like a standard battery. The only thing I note is there's no way to charge it. My Generac had something you plug in and it would charge the battery. Here, I don't see anything. The power is going to the starter, it's grounded. There's nothing to charge it. So what I would do is, I look on my other video, I would get the trickle charger. You can just pull this up and it bolts in between here, and that plugs in, and it would sense whenever the battery needs it, and only when it needs it would it provide a charge to the battery, keeping it fully charged. I think that's a good idea. There's a key. I don't know if that's necessary, but in any event, let's see. The first thing we have to do is we should fill it with oil. It comes without oil. There's something in there. I guess a piece of the plastic from this. In any event, you should run it a little bit, and then for like 5 hours, and then change the oil. You change the oil over here. This looks like a copy of the Generac, the way they have it over here. It's exactly the same way. You just take this out, let it drain, and then you refill the oil. So we'll fill the oil. We have over here mobile, the synthetic, full synthetic 10W30. This requires 10W30, this engine. My Generac was, I think, 5W30. Where is, let's see what we got. Okay. I got this. We got the oil. Basically, you fill it up. We tried reading the instructions, but they're written in Chinglish, so we don't really understand them. So basically, we're just going to fill it up. You fill it up to the bottom of these threads, and then you know you're okay. So what is this? This is 1 quart. Okay, and it's very important to use good oil. Use good synthetic oil and change it when it needs it. I mean, as long as you change your oil, your engine will really be your friend, and it'll really be there for you. Is it? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's good. You can see you really fill it up basically to the bottom of the threads on the generator, and this uses what's called splash lubrication. And I learned why it's called splash lubrication when I removed one of these from a generator once while it was running. Oil started to shoot out for like 5 feet back, hot oil, and I couldn't even put it back on, and we had to shut off the generator, which was difficult to reach. So don't open this while it's running. Okay, so on the other side, and we'll go back to the other side, and we have to get the hose on. And we have the parts over here. Basically, it's I think a 3/8 connector. We bring it up to a 1/2 inch. It says 1/2 is the internal thread, and that's a little different whether it's internal thread or I think external thread. I'm not fully sure about that, but basically it fits. And we'll put that on. And this is a 1/2 inch hose which will hook into the barbecue line, which is very convenient for the owner here. He can just plug it in if there's a storm, he loses power, plug it in, and then run wires into the house. So we have over here some tape, some plumber's tape, and you want to wrap the plumber's tape around the thread. And I know the experts out there are already saying I'm using the wrong tape. It should be the blue tape for gas. I've never had a problem with that, and I think we'll be fine. But in any event, it's not my house, so I really don't care. So, but we should be fine. You put this around a couple of times. Okay. Put that on. This. You could always test it with soapy liquid, which isn't a bad idea, just to make sure it's not leaking. Okay, we got this. Put this hose on, and we'll try to start it by pull starting it. But I can tell you, on any generator, if you're going to either convert it or whatnot, if it's going to run a natural gas, you better have the electric start. Because I know from my Generac starting that, it would turn electrically the equivalent of about 10 pull starts. And it just, you can't pull start it. But maybe this generator is different. I would just point out that the Generac that I had really was an excellent generator. Really, I can tell you, this is heavy actually, and I really can't quibble with the quality. It seems pretty heavy, but it's not the same. My Generac weighed about 50 pounds more. I mean, you really couldn't lift it as much. I couldn't move it. It was much heavier. But we'll give it a shot. So what we'll do here is, you take the other side, just put this away. Always good to move your tools out of the way while you're working. And let's just get set up. We have screwdrivers to adjust it if need be. And we have our multimeter. It's very important before you pump electricity into your house to verify on these generators that you're getting 120 or 240 and that you're not getting an overvoltage. If the AVR, you could research if you're not sure what that is, but that measures how much electricity is coming out and moderates it. Sometimes on these units, the electricity is off and it's putting out 150 and 300. And you have to be careful because there's nothing to measure that. There's no safety on this. On the 20 kilowatt Briggs Stratton that I have, on that one, there are so many safety checks. It's checking what voltage is putting out. If it's putting out too much voltage, the transistor will say shut it off. Here, there's nothing that's going to shut it off. I mean, your dishwasher and your appliances are going to get 150 instead of 120, and that's bad. So you want to have this multimeter. Certainly I recommend the Fluke. I love the Fluke multimeter. Even if you're not an electrician, at least when you have this, at least you'll look like one. But it's very helpful with a lot of this, so we'll have that ready. And we have over here the barbecue line, basically, same as the barbecue line. We'll disconnect the barbecue. That pops out. This goes in, locks in. And what we'll do is, let's come in over here.
Turn on the gas.
Come over here, I'll bring it over here. The first thing you want to do is you have to realize the gas has to travel about 10 feet here, another 2 or 3 feet in here. So you have to really prime it because otherwise there's no fuel in there. So here, bring them in close. The what?
Gas is off.
Oh, it's off. You got to turn it on. That helps especially too. Turn on the gas first at the line. Turn it on. This isn't my house, so I'm not that familiar. You come around that side. And here. Now when you prime it, come closer. We'll listen into it. I hear it. Do you hear it? Oh, where is it? Here. You gotta hold that button. I hear it. Now I smell it. That's good. Okay, so now we're going to try to start it. So you'll do the honors. We have the oil in.
I'm not going near that thing.
I know with all the gas coming out. I'm not stupid. You pull it. No. Here you go. It's nothing to worry about. You know I've done this once before. So we're pulling it once, twice.
We get rid of the paper.
Take the label off. That'll work. 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me prime it. Hold on. Let me give it some more gas. Okay. While you do it, just go. I'm priming it. Pull. I heard something. Oh, better him than me. You see why you want that electric start? Alright, so let me try. I'll give it a couple of pulls.
Yeah.
You hold this. You hold the camera. I don't hear anything. Wait.
I almost...
Okay, it's not starting. Let's make sure the spark plug is connected well. As you can see, it's not that easy starting with natural gas. What you can do is you could spray in a little gasoline. That's fine to get it started. But, wait a minute. See, we got circuit breaker. Maybe we didn't do something. Oh, wait a minute. It helps to turn the switch on. Oh, I think so. Well, I don't know if you need that for the electric, but let's just off to run. See, we have to turn it to run. Let's try it again. Want to try pulling it? Or should we just go electric?
I'll try.
Here. Whew. Oh, little accident there. Run. Let's give it some more gas. Go, go, pull. Alright, we're getting tired here. Let's try the other. You can see. You better have an electric start. Let's try it out. I'm not sure. Okay, it's running. It's running rough. Maybe it needs an adjustment. I don't know. Let's let it run a little bit. But it's running very rough. Let's go to that. Now it is rich, I think. What we're going to do is this. You can see it. I'm surprised it came. I mean, I guess I'm not surprised because it's not a Generac, but it didn't. It came from the factory. It wasn't properly adjusted, and you think they would have adjusted it properly. But okay, it's a minor thing. As I was adjusting it, and I think it's left brings it out. When you unscrew it, you're making it a richer mixture. When I was tightening it in, I was doing it clockwise. All of a sudden, it ran well. It probably was too rich. Wait, just 1 second. Well, here's what we're going to do. Just let me tell you what we're going to do. We're going to, now the question is how much do you adjust it? Now this is how you tell. And watch my other video. You take the alternate, you take the, what would you call it? The voltmeter, right, multimeter. And you're going to measure hertz. Hertz is related to RPMs. You could put an RPM measurement to measure all the, how fast it's spinning by RPMs. But hertz is actually like a cousin of RPMs because it has to spin a specific amount of times to hit 60 hertz. So you bring it, you richen it by bringing it out until the hertz go to the highest they can, usually like 62, and then it starts to drop because it gets too rich. Then you tighten it back in and lean it out till it runs at the highest hertz you can get it without dropping the hertz. So usually you get it lean at about 61, 62 hertz. And then as you add more stuff onto it, it'll drop it, but it won't drop it below 60 hertz. So let's do a couple of things. We'll test the voltage out to make sure it's okay. First, we'll see if we can actually pull start it now that it's a little warm. Maybe that should be easier. And then I'll measure it with the multimeter, and we'll hook up some heaters to it, and then see what happens. Okay? So put it to run, I believe. Okay, wait. Let me go on the other side.
After you get started, I'll go get some heaters.
Great. Pull it. Okay. I'll give it a little gas. Adjust it using the hertz. Let's see what the hertz are now. I forgot how to do it. What's hertz? Hertz. Let's check it out now. Let's see. Let's load it up and see. Let's load it up and see what happens. I will. I'm just going to move it around. We're going to leave it in and really load this up. It's pretty low.
Shake like that.
It's not good.
Maybe it's on the grab.
I think it's like this. I think it's too rich. So, we're going to simplicity is
right at the end.
So basically at the end we did was we were able to adjust it so that the engine ran much better. It was just too rich. And this was pretty good. This showed you the voltage. And although you're supposed to remove everything, all of the load, before you turn it on and shut it off, you do have this handy circuit breaker switch, which does allow you to just shut everything off without actually pulling it out. And that's actually handy. To be fair, my Generac didn't have that. So I mean, look, I would say this, you know, you get this, it's $800. You can just basically just plug it in. You really don't have to put a lot of work into it, and it's easy. If you have the time and you have the inclination, you can get a Generac and take off the fuel tank from it. You don't need that. Like this one didn't come with a fuel tank, and you'll have a more reliable unit. But then again, I think, you know, this seems pretty reliable. It's running pretty well, and I think it's a good, actually a good product so far. We'll test it out further during the next storm.